A single sloppy moment can tank your trust faster than a great content month. A whole month of great content can build it. That's why optimization isn't superficial. It's actually something that's psychological. Welcome to the Social Media CX Podcast. I'm Brooke Sellis, CEO of BSquared Media, and each week we'll tackle the challenges of social care head on with candid interviews, real-world case studies, and actionable advice to turn your social channels into loyalty-building, revenue-driving, dopamine machines. Let me tell you a hard truth I've learned after more than a decade in social customer care. Customers don't trust brands because of what they say, right? Otherwise, advertising would work much better than it does. They trust brands because of what they signal. It's kind of like what you're not saying or what you're saying between the lines. Your tone is your signal. Your response time is a signal. Your consistency is definitely a signal. And yes, your content and how it's polished is also a signal. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain way back on something Joshua and I danced around a little bit on his episode, which is your social presence is your trust scorecard, and your customers are grading you in real time. Are you failing or passing? Let's find out. Last week, I walked you through the content audit your brand should be doing monthly, if not weekly. And after that episode, my DMs, they saw a little bit of a rumble. And basically, people were in there asking me, Brooke, is content optimization really how you build trust on social? A little pushback. That's okay. I'm a big girl. I can take it. And I want to answer them and maybe you in today's follow-up. So we're going to talk about why customers trust some brands instantly, why tiny inconsistencies can feel like giant red flags, and the 3 trust signals that every brand absolutely has to master. If Joshua gave us the science behind optimization, this episode is about the psychology behind perception. When someone sees your content, they're not deciding whether they like it. They're deciding whether or not they trust you. And the kicker here is that they make that decision long before they ever read your caption. So I want you to think about 3 trust checkpoints. Number 1, does your content look intentional? If yes, then credibility will probably rise with your audience. If no, obviously, I'm sure you can guess, credibility might drop. Number 2 is, does this feel consistent with what I saw before? Is there consistency among your posts? Joshua talked about the grid a little bit, but I'm just talking about, you notice when a brand all of a sudden posts something that you're like, whoa, that makes no sense, or that's weird, that's new, right? So does this feel consistent with what I saw before? And when we say we're asking from the customer's point of view. If yes, reliability forms. If no, it might lead to confusion. It might lead to a few clicks, right? You might get that interest peaked a little bit. So use this sparingly if you're going out of being consistent, but something to think about. And finally, does this brand understand the platform? Are you posting, like we talked about in last week's episode and in Joshua's interview at the beginning of the month, does the content fit the platform? Are buttons there? Are you using it in a way that makes sense? Is it vertical video on LinkedIn? Is it horizontal video? Does it match the platform? If yes, your audience probably gets you. There's probably actually nothing that's happening, which is good in this case. And if no, they're kind of like, seems a little amateur, or they don't know who they're talking to. Customers may not articulate this, by the way, but they feel it. And they feel it fast, because put yourself in their shoes. When you're scrolling aimlessly on socials, you have these same sort of gut reactions and feelings. So let's talk about what an off signal looks like. The signals that most brands are accidentally sending. I don't think anybody's doing this on purpose, but if you are, call me. I want to talk to you. So, ignoring comments. This is an easy one. I talk about this all the time. Ignoring comments is sending a signal of we don't care. F off. Be on your way. Goodbye. Good day, sir. Inconsistent visuals is we don't invest. This is a tough one to hear because I know we try to skirt some corners sometimes on creating some visuals, but listen, in marketing, we know we like pretty things. So if your visuals are off-brand, not consistent, people are thinking, this company isn't investing. Slow responses, not no responses, but slow responses, you're not important. So you care, and those people got a fast response, so you really care about them. But if I'm getting a slow one, I guess you just don't care about me. I mean, the customer really does take it that personally. I would. Weird formatting. We don't understand you. This happens with content too. There are some brands and people who post, and sometimes I have to reread what they've said like 17 times, and I'm still like, what are they trying to say? Don't let that be you, right? Clarity means they're not understanding you, which means you're not valuable to them. So don't do that to yourself. And my new favorite, over automation. We're not human. That's the signal you're sending. Bots for everything. It's not good. You can literally go to Google right now. In fact, do it. Go to Google and just be like, latest AI fails, latest AI blunders. There are so many that are happening every day because people are just trying to automate their way into all of these spaces. They think that's how marketing and sales work. And I'm sorry to get on my soapbox. You know what? No, I'm not sorry to get on my soapbox. I'm getting on my soapbox with pride. And I'm telling you that you cannot automate your way into the places where you need to connect with people. You can't automate your way into those places. You've got to get out there and make those connections. That's why marketing really important. And yes, I know this all sounds very dramatic because, it's me. But so is your customer's reaction. A single sloppy moment can tank your trust faster than a great content month. A whole month of great content can build it. That's why optimization isn't superficial. It's actually something that's psychological. Before we jump into my signal strength framework, I want to share something with you. Every week, I send out a little email called Social Care Weekly. It's short, 5 minutes max, but it's become this tiny little ritual for thousands of social media and CX pros and marketers who want to show up more intentionally for their customers. If you like this podcast, if you like episodes like the one you're listening to right now, if you like thinking deeper about details and perception and what your brand is really communicating online, then this newsletter is going to feel like home. Each issue gives you one practical play you can use that same day, a CX truth bomb that sharpens your strategy, a data drop from the front lines of social and social care, and a reminder that digital doesn't have to be cold. It can still feel human, and it should. If that sounds like something you want in your inbox, head to BSquared.media/newsletter and join us, will ya? Now, let's talk about signal strength. I'm going to give you a framework we use internally at BSquared Media. It's called signal strength, and it evaluates 3 layers of trust. So layer 1 are the visual signals. Do you look trustworthy? This means your formatting is clean, right? You've got a cohesive brand style. You're posting specific to platform correct ratios. Accessibility is baked in, which we talked about on the past 2 episodes. And so if you want to go deeper on accessibility, go listen to those. These signals communicate competence. Layer 2 are the behavioral signals. Do you act trustworthy? This means you are quick with your responses. The tone of your responses is helpful, valuable, empathetic. The ratio of replies to comments. Y'all, I see this all the time, and some of you are my friends. I need to email you because I see you posting questions and then you get people commenting and then you just go through and like the comments. Y'all! First of all, the algorithm's not going to be helping you if you do that because the algorithms really reward conversations. But secondly, stop this nonsense. You cannot be asking questions and then having people respond and then not join in on the conversation. It's rude. It's just rude. It's bad business on social, but it's just rude. Anyways, did you escalate things that needed escalation? So if you can't help them, did you get them help, right? Did you handle that situation well? These types of signals communicate empathy. Big deal. Big, huge. Layer 3 is consistency signals. Do you stay trustworthy? Because remember, we can build trust very easily if we do it the right way, but we can also ruin it real fast if we don't. So what's the rhythm of your posting? If you're not posting often enough, again, the algorithm's going to be pissed, but your audience is going to be like, bye. Consistency of voice. Do you sound the same? Does it have personality? Are you following those brand guidelines? But also, please, are you making it human? Are you making it where you have a personality? Please tell me you are. Predictable quality. The quality that people come to expect, that's the quality you have to maintain. Sorry, I don't write the rules. That's how it works. And do you have a unified presence across platforms? Omnichannel marketing, what's happening over on Facebook needs to look similar to what's happening over on TikTok or LinkedIn or YouTube. These are the signals that communicate reliability. When you get all three of those happening together, customers trust you faster, customers forgive mistakes easier, and customers choose you over your competitors. This is social customer experience. And guess what? It's not about content. I promise you something actionable every week in this mini-series, so here it is. I want you to do these 5 things today. Number 1, open your last 3 posts on each platform and tell me, or yourself, unless you want to tell me, please do. I'm open. Do these look like the same brand? Does it feel consistent? Am I following those 3 levels of trust? Check your last 5 comments. Did you reply fast? Was it human? Were you empathetic? Were you helpful? Then I want you to listen for tone. Could your response have been warmer or clearer? The answer there is usually yes. We could always do better. 4, look at your last 7 days. Does your presence feel predictable? Are you posting every day at the same time? Are you posting every other day? Do you post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Whatever that looks like for you, is it predictable? Is it consistent? And finally, I want you to ask a friend. You can ask me if you want. Find me on LinkedIn, shoot me a DM, reply wherever you're seeing this piece of content, me here talking to you. And have them skim your feed and tell you how trustworthy it feels. Don't explain anything. Just say, hey, I want you to scan this feed and tell me if you were, a customer or someone thinking about buying from this brand, would you feel like this was trustworthy? Trust is a feeling before it's a metric. So get into your feels, y'all. Your brand is always communicating, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are you sending signals that build trust or signals that break it? You control that more than you can even imagine. I promise you. Now, if you missed Joshua's episode or the first follow-up before this one, go hit those next, because if you liked this one, you're really going to like those. Next week, we're going to wrap up this little trilogy with something special, the humanization reset, how to sound like a person again when everything, and I mean everything, is automated. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. And as always, if this episode gave you something to think about, leave us a rating at ratethispodcast.com. So that's ratethispodcast.com/social media CX. That's C as in cat, X as in X-ray. It helps us get in front of more social and CX and marketing leaders who care about real connection. Until next time, think conversation, not campaign. Thanks for tuning in to the Social Media CX podcast. If you loved today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to up their social care game.